Sometime during 2008, when I was a small child, I remember seeing a show on German television that frightened me. It was a show with weird moving kids with grayish faces being animated by cut-out computer animation. It's called Anaconda. This show stayed with me for one reason. Not because I enjoyed it or I found it really funny or I always waited till the show came up. No! It was a nightmare! I still get nightmares. I still see people on TikTok be like, what was that? Why? Please, God! I just wanted to read the script. This didn't stand in my script. What was this reaction? This was a genuine... Looking at it from nowadays, it's still nightmarish and I wouldn't let my kids watch it because I think that they are going to wake up at night. Sweat running down their faces. These days I would look at it and say, it's artistically okay. They wanted to try something new, okay. With something new for everybody that really does not know what this show is about, the showrunners thought that the best way to conquer to the youth was to take pictures of what I presume being adult faces, deform them a bit, and then put them on drawings that little children presumably made. All in all, this show has a really eerie look, and originally this art style was a cigar commercial. The creator, Joanne Ferroni, said in an interview with the YouTuber Amazon Kane, she talks about how she came up with this art style and she just saw it at a cigar company and thought, hey, that looks cool. She wanted to make t-shirts out of it. She did. They didn't sell. So she went to the next best thing. We gotta make a cartoon out of this nightmarish art style so we can frighten the youth. The Nickelodeon show Kablam, which was an anthology series, approached Ferroni and asked her, hey, would you like to make a cartoon? And she said, heck yeah. Now, when she created the show, it was important to her that the kids in the show were kids. And what she meant by that was that when she grew up, most of the kid shows were just full of shit. They were full of children that obeyed their parents, that were A students, they were nice. Most of the messages were, be nice to your parents, be nice to your dog, don't litter, be a good student, smoke cigarettes. So she just wanted to do something else. She wanted to do a fun little show with a random tomboyish character, and this is how Anaconda was born. At first it was, as I said, just the pilot, and for some reason Nickelodeon thought, hey, make a full cartoon out of that. This is amazing. This is brilliant. This is not nightmarish. I have to say that the original version of Anaconda was even worse than what we got later on. I don't know if it was because Ferroni just had no plan for a full-on show, like you had a 4-minute 30 episode with just this one plot and no real story structure or like character development or anything planned. So she, for some reason, just went with it, took the blueprint of this episode, copy-pasted, and did, I think, 60 more episodes, which I did not watch all of them. I watched like 6 to 10 of those. I don't know. I just went through some episodes that I thought were funny. Let's talk a bit about it. My name is Skull. I do not have an intro. Let's talk about Anaconda. Now let's just start with how a usual episode is built upon. For that, let's look at the pilot, because the pilot is like a blueprint for how things are done around here. An usual episode starts with Angela explaining to us what's going on. In the pilot, a school picnic is happening, and she was allowed to wear her dad's fake designer sunglasses to school, looking cooler than ice. Ice, baby. After the explanation, we usually meet Nanette Manoir. In an usual episode, this is where the two have a little fight, a little argument, a little roast battle, rap battle. Now it's time for a dream sequence. Now, after most of the episode is done, a dream sequence takes place where Nanette is helpless and Angela has to save her. But instead of saving her, she just puts her in a much worse situation so that Nanette is worse than she was in the beginning, where Angela didn't do anything for her. Now back to the pilot. In the pilot, pilot, the conflict begins with Angela and Nanette switching places because Nanette hates sunlight. So Angela switches places with Nanette and can now sit next to her crush, Johnny Abadi, flexing with her sunglasses. As Johnny tells Angela how cool she looks with those fake designer sunglasses, the teacher made her take them off. As Angela takes off her glasses, Nanette spots gum under Angela's table and Angela is grounded. Now Angela has to clean her desk while everybody else has a picnic. This time for a dream sequence. During that dream sequence, she just jumps around, falls over, and Nanette sees that Angela wears boys' underwear. And I have one question, Nanette. Why are you looking under her skirt? I know she fallen over, but why? Why are you looking? So yeah, Nanette says that Nanette tells Angela that she's going to tell this to everybody, that Angela Anaconda has boys' underwears on. So as a little revenge, Angela puts gum under Nanette's desk, and the episode is over. Now let's come to one special thing in every episode, being that some episodes Angela wins and in some episodes Angela just loses. Let me explain. Let's take a look at the first actual episode of Angela Anaconda. In the first episode, Angela and her two friends, Gina Lash and Johnny Abadi, the crush from the pilot who got dummified and lost 9,000 IQ points. He got straight out of the crush bin and got put into incompetent male side bitch bin. So basically what happens in this episode is that the three try to get their teacher to go to this monster truck rally as a school trip. There is a vote between monster truck rally and ballet. The ballet was, to our surprise, suggested by Nanette Manoir, and the vote ends in a tie. So now the teacher recommended that whoever can come up with more money will decide where we are going. We get the whole episode full of Angela and her friends struggling to get money and trying different things and really put their heart and soul into it, just in the end to not win, because Nanette Manoir is rich, had better pastries, and was selling them really easily. And the episode ends with them actually just losing, and I was really confused. What happened? Nothing happened. And don't get me wrong, the episode had some funny moments, like for example a suck and blow joke, and it actually made me want to watch more, and I was like, ooh, this is different. So I went into the second episode with a bit bigger expectations, you might call it, so let's just watch it.
Welcome, children! I am Ms. Yamagata, your guide. Okay, we start.
The real life One Piece, it was amazing. It was Garp and Kobe. We got a sneak peek to Whole Cake Island. So anyways, after watching one episode of Angela Anaconda, I went on IMDb to look for other episodes to watch, mostly episodes with potential of character growth. But in the end, I was really disappointed when I watched those really promising looking episodes. There was one where Nanette and Angela stick together with bubblegum, and they didn't really do anything with that promise. I thought that in this episode, Angela and Ninny Poo or Nanette would do something with their strength and combine it and somehow find a way out of a situation or something like that. But no, they just fought a bit more than usual, and that's it. The episode ends with a grooming joke. Hair groomer, not that kind of groomer. And this is it. All in all the characters are really one-dimensional, like Mean Girl or Tomboy or Forgets How to Breathe. It's not really something special. And I know that this TV show is a episodic show, like every episode should start and end at a similar point, so we can just tune in whenever and understand everything. But even shows like, for example, Fairy Godparents have something to note in some episodes where characters are explored on different dimensions. For example, in Fairy Godparents, there's one gender bent episode with Timmy turning into a girl and finding all those more feminine things that he likes, and finding out that even his crush Trixie likes a few more boyish things. Giving those characters a bit more character instead of just pretty or boyish. And I miss that in Anaconda. I mean, at least show us a bit more character than just the same default characteristics that we got in the pilot. But all in all, the show isn't that bad. You can watch it. I thought that the show would be much worse, to be honest, but it's an okay show. Maybe there is more character development in later episodes, but I really didn't look into those just because IMDb often doesn't even provide descriptions for episodes in season 2 or 3, so I only focused on season 1. Maybe something changes. Write it in the comments if there is something to look into. And yeah, that's all for today. I hope you like my new style of creating videos. Write in the comments, leave a like, share the video, and goodbye.